So let's get to it. It is for Sting's WCW World Heavyweight Championship. I consider this the main title of WCW. And so it is. Let's take a look at our participants here tonight. Mr. McMahon, Christian, Gable, Taker 02, Shane McMahon. Did some great work earlier this year in TMode in the tag division. Going up against Jey Uso, who did some great work earlier this year in the tag division. And Jey Uso was successful. I'm pretty sure Mr. McMahon's son Shane McMahon, is one half of tag team champions with Keith Lee. I'm pretty sure they're still one half of those tag team champions. And Jey Uso, I'm like really certain that he and Andrade are tag team champions on SmackDown. Should be interesting. Gargano and Unleashed Orton, and I don't even know what that match is going to look like, but I know it's going to be good. Gargano and Orton. Let's get started. McMahon, Christian. Mr. McMahon wants in. T-Mode. We're going to give it to him. The boss is back, and he wants the top title of WCW. He's got an axe to grind. Santa Clara, California. Santa Clara?
The following contest is a championship first round match. Making his way to the ring from
We'll see.
Greenwich, Connecticut. Weighing in at 257 pounds.
Wish Becky came out last. That would have been cool. I like to keep things as random as possible. Becky for sure is going to be defending her Women's Tag Team Championships alongside Sarah Logan. They've renamed themselves because Sarah Logan, for me, the most popular and the most I like Sarah Logan was her Gay Meat promo on SmackDown with Daniel Bryan in the back. Hilarious. They're being called Man Meat. So Man Meat will be defending their Women's Tag Team Championships against either the Kabuki Warriors, Kairi Sane and Asuka, or Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. We'll find that out Wednesday. Captain Charisma, one more match. Christian. Sorry, I was talking all over his intro. My bad. Getting a shot here against the boss. Will he be able to deliver? Christian more recently in WWE programming, getting punt kicked in the head. Put on the shelf by Randy Orton. Oh, here in the T-Mode universe. He's got a shot. He's got an opportunity. There's one more match. There's always one more match for Christian. What great action. Lol. Okay. A sneaky dark horse in this tournament, you think? Ooh, man. Here's who I see winning the first round, alright? Oh, man. But see, here's the cool thing about T-Mode, right? Is, like, yeah, you think, and then, like, Gable versus Undertaker, someone comes out and screws... I don't want to, like, jinx it. I don't want to jinx it. Someone screws Undertaker, and then Gable wins, right? And then he gets an easy second round because Christian and McMahon take each other out, and now Gable's in the finals. It happens all the time. It's crazy. Here we go. This match is about to start. Christian, Mr. McMahon. Natural selection. What did she used to call bow? She used to call a move bow down to the queen. Was it the same move? I can never remember natural selection. That's one of those moves that is always, like, in my head. That is just... and whenever I hear it, it just goes away. And I can never remember it, so I always have to say, like, wow, down she goes. That's why it's, like, super... Like, man, if I could just clone myself. I'll just pay millions of dollars for Morrow. Like, hey, Morrow, I need you to come help me out. Maybe not Morrow, actually. I'd probably get someone... I don't know. course, the obvious answer is to have, like, and I'm pretty sure they do this because they're professionals over there at the WWE. They have, like, oh, this is Charlotte Flair. This is what she calls her finishing moves. This is this one. This is this one. This is her history. This is, right? They probably have all of those things for the announcers. Oh, my. Christian could have won by countout. Didn't want to do it. While Vince McMahon is the owner of the WWE, the TMode universe is owned by me. So I understand Christian worried about maybe getting a countout victory over the boss, but hey, here in the TMode universe, there's no way. It ain't happening. He's not going to come after you. Well, I mean, he might come after you in the TMode universe, but he can't come after you. In terms of firing you, you'll be fine. Another 8 count here. Yikes. Neck breaker. 9. Uh-oh. Vince McMahon? Is he going to get it? Oh, it's a draw. Oh, you idiots. What are you doing? They fumble it. We have to restart the match? No. Restart the match. Here we go. Too much battling on the outside, and the match begins again. I think that's just a thing that she says. Maybe it was an NXT. I just remember, or maybe it was something one of the announcers was just saying, right? Maybe it's she hits natural selection, and then Morrow went, bow down to the queen, right? Or whatever he does. Maybe that's just what it was, and then my mind just associated it, right? It's like when Big E hits the big ending. For whatever reason, in my head, when I see that move, I call it the Big E Buster. That's just how I've learned it. I know it's not right. I just like calling it that. I'm gonna have to do my research on that. It's likely that it was just an announcer saying something. Over the pin? No. Not even a 1 count. McMahon kicking out. For a minute there, I thought that McMahon was going to run back into the ring and win by countout when Christian was not going to. That would be such a McMahon thing to do. Oof. McMahon in control in this matchup. That was a nice low shot to the liver. Man, it was a great day of watching UFC fights, man. There were some great fights. You cap it off with a main event. And that main event was great. Slobber knocker. First 2 rounds. Absolute brawl. Next 2 rounds turned into like a ground game. And then the final round, I don't even remember because I was too busy looking at Twitter reactions. But seemingly, Dustin the Diamond Poirier whooping ass on Hooker, getting the decisive victory from the judges. It was a pretty good night of UFC. I was gonna stream while I was watching it, but I mean, I just for whatever reason I was caught up watching other videos simultaneously as watching UFC. But we might do that a little bit more often. Every time they have like a fight night or something. Oh, Unprettier taking him down. It'll always be the Unprettier to me. 1, 2, 3. Wow. Mr. McMahon. I don't even think he was out of the yellow, but gets hit with the Unprettier, and Christian will move on in this tournament. I'm pretty sure somebody drafted Christian in TMode Universe, and I said, is he even in the game? That's how much we did not see Christian at all. Well, we see him now. One more match and he's victorious. He's guaranteed himself at least another one. Let's update this. Let's update this. Working with the dual monitor setup now, it's nice. It is nice, I will say that. But it's a bit of a learning curve. Ooh, we want the red. Give us the red. A little bit of a learning curve. Oh, I guess you were right. Found a list of finishers, and Natural Selection's second name is Bow Down. Okay, all right. Would have been named Bow Down to the Queen before them calling it Natural Selection. GG Christian. Yeah, that's what I could have swore. Like, yeah, so it's the same thing. It's just like Unprettier or Biggie Buster. Biggie Buster's more my fault. But let me see here. Who has Christian? Someone has Christian. I know it. I just know it. Unless that was in the preseason. Someone was like, I want Christian. And I was like, I don't even know if he's in this game. It could have been a one-off guy. Yeah. I think it was just a one-off guy. Okay. Maybe. Sounds good to me. Alright. Let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. We are moving right along. Second round here. Chad Gable taking on Taker 02. Badass version. The Undertaker, I guess, formally announcing his retirement. If there is a WrestleMania, he's for sure one of the Hall of Famers this year, no? He might be the only addition to this year's Hall of Fame because last year's got bumped too. Or delayed or canceled. So you can only imagine they just redo the class and then add Undertaker. And then in revisionist history, right, this upcoming year, let's say things go relatively back to normal and they do figure out a way to do a Hall of Fame, you could say that Undertaker was the only Hall of Fame inductee for the year of 2020. You could say that. And they could do that as revisionist history, as they gave him that much respect because he's, you know, the Undertaker. But in actuality, it's because of COVID, right? Yikes. There we go. If I remember, I think they chose someone else. And you were like, are you sure? Oh, maybe. I think it was Temboy who took Kofi. Oh, okay. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Because, I mean, some of the new people who come in are like, I want Brock Lesnar. It's like, okay, cool. But just, he might not show up. Right? Like, we're leading up to a pay-per-view. And Kofi's being, I mean, he's got some titles. Like, he's got some capital to his name. I don't know, Linger, if you've ever seen Jackson Jordan on Twitch. He's a big created wrestler universe streamer. I was just kind of putting myself in the position of people who come to my stream and they have no clue what's going on. I've been watching his stream for the past week. And he's an old friend. Like, he popped in, like, a year or two ago. So, like, and he's one of the better commentators out there on Twitch. In terms of, like, wrestling. And I was like, man, I get it now. When people come in and they're so confused, because that's how I feel, man. When I'm in those streams, I'm just, I don't know who these people are. I don't know what's going on. So yeah, when people like Temboy come into my chat, it's like, look, you're just gonna have to stick around, and like, maybe you'll get it, maybe you won't. Big clothesline starting off this match. Suplex. And already Undertaker is up to a signature move. Not a good sign for Gable. But he can endure this. It's not a squash match yet. Oh, misses the chokeslam. Uh-oh. There he goes. He's at it. And down he goes, and it's official. Yikes. I forgot a lot of move names, so I can't commentate like those that do. 1, 2, 3, a chokeslam, and that's it. Was that perfect? It was a perfect. Perfect. Wow. Perfectly done, Undertaker. Clothesline. Suplex. Chokeslam City. your reigning MVP and fantasy point champion just demolished Chad Gable in seconds. Wow. United States TMode champion. I mean, that's short work for round one. That is short work for round one. Yikes. Yeah, watch out, Christian. Watch out, Christian. I don't know, you've got Sting. Don't forget the history. Don't forget the history. Okay? I'm pretty sure in the ECW, the WWE ECW belt, the black title, right? With the black gold. That one, when... Oh, shoot, I forget. Dax Harwood from AEW, I forget his old name now. When he won that title from, like, legends like Ric Flair and The Undertaker in that tournament, I'm pretty sure it was, like... I'm pretty sure it was The Grave who screwed Taker over, and he wasn't happy about it. And he's always wanted comeuppance. And here we are, like, maybe 6 months later, and we might be getting comeuppance here for The Grave coming from The Undertaker. I'm pretty sure that happened. It was one of the first tournaments, and I'm pretty sure it's on my YouTube. I'll have to check. But man, that would be crazy. Alright, Shane McMahon, Jey Uso coming up next. I think these guys are both tag team TMode champions, but let's update this little tournament up here. Wow. Yowie wowie. Yeah, forgetting a lot of new names of moves and stuff, it's like, there's just always some that are, like, similar to me that I can never remember, right?
The following contest is a
Like,
championship first round
the
match.
kill switch.
Making his way to the ring.
I never remember that one.
Weighing in at 235 pounds, one half of the World Tag Team Champions. He is the best
In the world. Yes. One half of Raw's tag team champions with the amazing Keith Lee. The best tag team in the world. And they're going up against a team that I think are honestly sick of being mediocre, and that's Jey Uso and Andrade. Andrade going to Money in the Bank, winning his Money in the Bank matchup. Jey Uso working that tag team T-Mode tournament, and now he's a SmackDown Tag Team Champion.
Weighing in at 228 pounds.
Badass Taker might want a little revenge on Jey Uso.
Tag Team Champion.
Might get it. If Jey Uso can get to the finals and Taker gets to the finals, we'll have a little bit of a rematch. Because I'm pretty sure Uso and Andrade took those titles off the Brothers of Destruction in that T-Mode tournament. Weakening the power a little bit of Undertaker. Undertaker's going to get a lot of points if he holds on to those titles at the end of the season. At the end of the season, however many titles you hold on to, a fantasy point is given to you. The rich get richer effect here in T-Mode. Watch out, Christian. Thanks for coming, Gable. I'd rather call it Unprettier. Yeah, me too. It's just a cool name, like the Unprettier. It's unique, right? It shouldn't be the name of a move, and yet it is. Shane McMahon snaps suplex, takes down Jey Uso. He's having a really good start to this match. Off the ropes. Knee straight to the gut. Off the ropes again. Double bubble. Russian leg sweep to cap it off, and Shane McMahon looks dominant right now. Absolutely dominant. Ooh, big clothesline. And just as I say that, Shane McMahon goes down. Shane McMahon's father getting murked in the first round pretty easily by Christian. Gable going down almost instantaneously to The Undertaker. Shane McMahon does not want to fall to the same victimization as Gable and McMahon. The Boss. And not Sasha Banks. That's how we know it's getting crazy in the WWE, right? When I say The Boss and you're like, Sasha Banks? And I'm like, oh, yeah. It's been... Man, it's getting busy with these nicknames. Oh, wow, look at this. This is a powerful move here. Sharpshooter. Devastating maneuver in 2K19. We haven't seen it cause a whole lot of damage in this game. But we know how powerful it can be. We know the possibilities of it. Big clothesline. Off the ropes. Bulldog takes him down. Shane McMahon hits those jabs. He's got the combo. Down goes Jey Uso. 1, 2. Kick out by Jey. I was going to say that's another quick match. Oh, man, is it Jimmy? Is Jimmy making his way down to the ring? Uh-oh. I mean, Jimmy was a little... Jimmy... Oh, he's got a chair. He misses completely. He misses completely. Watch out, ref. Ref. He used the chair. Big headbutt. The chair hitting the shoulder. It didn't really seem to hit McMahon much. A bit of a butterfly suplex there. Big Uso chance. Can we see a return of the Usos? And what about Andrade? Maybe Andrade wants to take a step away from the tag team division. He does have Money in the Bank. We'll see how that shakes out. Well, Santa Clara, California, you know how to count to 10. Congratulations. Shane McMahon getting thrown into the corner. Jey turns him around. He's got some catching up to do in this matchup. Big boot from Shane McMahon. Big clothesline takes him down. I can't believe he missed it. I know he missed. It's like one of my favorite movie lines of all time comes from Wild Wild West. And I think it's Will Smith talking to Dr. Loveless. And they're in the basement of that big Scarab knockoff. And he's got this tiny little gun. And Will Smith shoots the gun at Loveless's crab machine. 1, 2, no. And because he didn't shoot Loveless straight out, because he's like a good guy, right? He can't murder the bad guy. Loveless looks around and goes, after all that, you miss? And then Will Smith goes, I did miss. And then you look back and he's cut off like the Bane supply of venom. And his legs lose power, and then he's just a paraplegic dude. And Will Smith whoops his ass. Oh my god! Super kick! Wild Wild West, man. One of my favorite movies. As a kid, at least. Haven't seen it in a while. Nice Russian leg sweep. And this match is evened up. Jey Uso evening it up. Going for the pin. 1, 2, 3. He's got it. I mean, maybe that chair shot did some damage to the shoulder. That Russian leg sweep impacting it further. Jey Uso moves on. And, you know, we kind of talked about this with both Shane McMahon and Jey Uso. They had issues in the singles division. Because their moves just aren't super, like, crazy, right? But yet here in the tag team division, when it's a knockout affair, they do better. Wow, okay, so that was... Shane McMahon gets murked, unfortunately. That's too bad for him. That is just too damn bad. And we're already to our final match in the first round. This is the one I think I'm looking forward to the most because I don't know what the hell is going to happen. I have no clue. We'll update this. We'll update it.
The following contest is a championship first round match.
I don't have a drink. Yeah, oh yeah, I do.
From Cleveland,
It's full.
Ohio, weighing in at 199 pounds, the WCW Hardcore Champion.
Thank God.
Gargano!
Johnny Gargano, one of our first ever Team Mode champions in terms of gaining a title. Dominated his Team Mode tournament. He was scary, man. And then we haven't seen him since. Like, he's been missing. He's been gone. We saw him on NXT on Wednesday. He lost. And now we've seen him again here tonight. So it's seemingly that Johnny Gargano is back. I'm going to take a look at my YouTube channel because I want to see these tournament brackets. I want to see if Undertaker... I want to see if I have that one. This one, the one where Johnny Gargano dominated, I know for sure is on my channel. His opponent is, of course, one of the Undead Army. So badass. Unleashed Orton. He is so badass looking. They made him look like Voldemort 100%. Let's see. We broke the game. Glitch down? Was it glitch down? No, this was universe mode. We didn't do universe mode. Tournament mode. It might have been for the WCW United States Championship. Yikes, please, no. Stop. No, it wasn't. Flair was in a lot of them, man. I know Flair was in the tournament, though. And I was so happy. I remember Undertaker getting screwed over by somebody. I could swear it was the Grave. Ancient history. Speaking of the Grave, we haven't seen them since WrestleMania either. Is he gonna spit? Not all over the crowd. Not with the COVID. Not with the COVID. Oh no! Unleashed Orton does not care about your masks. Yikes. Everything kind of changed after COVID, right? A little weird. Gargano unleashed Orton, and guess what? Gargano is a Team Mode champion. If Orton picks up a win here, he might be getting a title shot. Here we go. Team Mode universe, man. The higher up the hill, the more dangerous the climb. A little bit of a misfire on that move there. Unleashed Orton catches him. Suplex. Will that give Jay an opportunity at the tag titles that Shane has? It is an interesting proposition. The question I have is, would it be the Usos taking on Shane and Keith Lee? Or would it be Andrade and Jey Uso taking on Shane McMahon and Keith Lee? Because, yeah, in the first round, if you're a champion, you get beat, especially if there's that much tag team chemistry between the two. And they've both came into their own in Season 1 of Team Mode. That's the story there. I think that match begs to be made. The question is, who is Jay's partner? And honestly, it doesn't much matter. I feel like I could go with any of those two as partners for Jay. But I mean, it's really up to I guess what people want to see, I suppose. Return of the Usos, or does Jay choose Andrade? Because that's when he's had success. It is an interesting proposition. We do need more matches, man. We got about 3 weeks from tomorrow. And that'll be our Extreme Rules TMode pay-per-view stream. That'll be the next time that I give out gifted subs. We got to think of more fun things on this channel. I think I love TMode, but I kind of want to expand on it a little bit. You know, maybe the TMode is like our main meat, but we need some potatoes on the side, right? Some corn. Give us a little appetizer before the main feast, the main course, right? A side dish or two. Randy Orton. Sorry, Unleashed Orton. Decimating Gargano early on in this match. I think the NBA fantasy thing was an interesting side thing. You have to remind me about what that was, because the ideas in my head about NBA right now are like endless. Endless. Because I really, really, really like playing that single player story of... I don't know if you've seen any of my recent NBA stuff on this Twitch channel, but I really love playing as one player and then being thrown around. If NBA 2K could do an online association mode, I think that would be the coolest thing. Yeah, like all the other sports games, like WWE, I feel like this sport, and I'm going to call it a sport, has the most creative fan base. You go over to 2K on Twitch, and you look at the top streamers, it's all people playing the card game, or they're playing, like, the playground or whatever. So it's like, I feel like we can do something else that's super fun. WWE-ify it, right? Where we picked, like, 5 NBA players, and we got points on what they did. I don't even remember saying that idea. That's how many ideas for NBA I have, right? We pick 5 NBA players, and we got points on what they did. Would it coincide with the digital game that I'm playing on stream, or would it coincide with real NBA? Because real NBA, that's just fancy, so I'm assuming it's the Twitch stream. Randy's gonna win by countout over the WCW. Oh, he does indeed end up winning via countout. Uh-oh. He ends up winning via countout. But he didn't seemingly mean to win by countout. He was just incensed. He didn't... A win is a win is a win is a win. Gargano gets beat by Unleashed Orton. And we might have to settle that. You know what? We booked an NXT match on NXT. We're going to book next week here on WCW, the home space of Johnny Gargano and his WCW Hardcore Championship. He hasn't been around in a while. This is the second time he's been bounced out of the tournament pretty early. Gargano is going to go after Orton. He wants a little bit of vengeance. WCW Hardcore Championship match next Friday, barring any other streams that might be happening or any other next Friday-ish in that area, right? Whenever we do the next SmackDown/WCW stream, that is when Gargano will face Unleashed Orton for the WCW Hardcore title. And of course, it's going to be an Extreme Rules match. A little bit of a preview for what you can expect at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. Wow. Bit disappointing, but again, hey, look at this. Orton is going to move on to that second round. He's going to look he's looking pretty healthy. Looking pretty healthy. Christian, Undertaker. We're going to begin the second round of this tournament. Bring him back out. Bring back Captain Charisma. Bring him to me. You had an NBA season going for a bit. I think it lasted a week, but it wasn't. But we have. Sorry, I have this. I have like a little bit of the words chopped off. But we haven't got back to it. I remember that. I think I had an expanded roster. We might have had an expanded roster. I'm wondering if I can merge the two. Because I wouldn't be able to... Right now, what I really love doing in my NBA is playing as Abe Ramsey, trying to get the Rookie of the Year, right? I feel like my big problem with that is that NBA 2K is way fun to play. Where it's like, this game, I don't have that need. I don't need to play this game to have fun with it, right? So it's like the whole gimmick of this is I can just watch it. So I'm wondering if there's a way that I can fuse the way I play 2K and the way I enjoy playing it with that fantasy aspect. Because I just wouldn't want to run like a WWE fantasy thing. Maybe I just keep it separate and we do the fantasy thing online and then I just play Abe Ramsey offline. But I like the narrative of Abe Ramsey. I don't know. NBA, like, I'm going to give it a lot of thought. When the new season comes around next month, we'll probably hit that pretty hard. We're gonna be getting into some poker here in a couple days. And I don't know how that's gonna look. It's gonna be a little interesting because I might have to be on the stream might be on a bit of a delay. Just because I want to capitalize on the poker craze, but I also want to not get like stream sniped. Okay, serious question, Linger. Have you seen The Terminator? Okay, I watched The Terminator last night, and I tried to do the watch party thing, and something on my end screwed up, and it listed it as like WWE again, and it shouldn't have been. Have you seen The Terminator? Why? Can you tell me why Kyle Reese is not the star of that franchise? I mean, even Sarah Connor should probably be the star. Why is it that Schwarzenegger and The Terminator is the star of that franchise? I didn't see it. I don't get it. Kyle Reese was the badass of that movie. What made me think of that was Undertaker coming out on his motorcycle looking like a badass, and he absolutely is badass Taker. Your United States TMode champion. A clothesline, a suplex, and a chokeslam got him through the first round. Defeating Chad Gable, and now he's going to go up against Captain Charisma. I've seen all of them? Okay. No spoilers on the rest of the series. I mean, I kind of know a few things here and there because it's such a big pop culture phenomenon. But I've never seen those movies before. And I just don't understand how Kyle Reese... And then I looked it up. I had to look it up because I was like, I don't remember this dude at all from like passing conversations or pop culture or memes. I don't know who this Kyle Reese guy is. I have never seen him before. What happened to him? And I looked, and he's like in the second movie if you watch the director's cut in an extra scene as a cameo. And then that's it. He's gone forever. What? That, I think, is awful. But hey, I haven't seen the rest of the series. Maybe, you know. But especially after the first movie, I just, like, isn't Terminator supposed to be a good guy? God damn. He killed like 30 people in this movie. remorseless, like, and there's nothing. I don't know. I'm so curious now. Maybe one of these nights in the upcoming week, if I decide to do a watch party again. Maybe, like, so here's what I'm planning on doing, right? Panda Be Mikey, I don't think I'm ever going to counter-program Panda Be Mikey, right? Because I help mod his chat. You know, I like supporting my friends, things like that. So, if ever that happens and Panda Be Mikey goes super late, and then I go, okay, I'm not going to stream this late. The big reason I didn't stream last night, TMode, is because I didn't want to stream WWE so late to the point where nobody is awake watching it, right? I mean, I guess I could get those early morning Brits, but I don't know. I don't know. I feel like timing is super important in Twitch. So if ever that happens again, maybe we just do watch parties. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. We're still contemplating our schedule and things and how we want to set things up with the upcoming year. Is COVID going to take another nasty turn and put me right back at home while I do my job? It's going to be very, very confusing and strange. It's a weird, weird time. Look at this. Christian. Look at this. Christian. Paying homage to the new NXT champion. Edge hits the spear. But, oh my god, Undertaker gets up. He got up. Sorry, I still have my face cam. My bad. I'm trying to get better on those transitions. It's just practice, friends. I want the focus to be on the in-ring action. But I also want to practice transitioning back and forth. Keeping that mental check every single time. Preparing for the future. We're training. We're training like Abby did in The Last of Us 2. Just constantly training. We want those muscles, man. Christian hits the spear. Undertaker gets up immediately, but you can see the toll it's taken on him. Nike Mac in the chat. He was meant to be a badass. Schwarzenegger was a star before and has done great roles in the Terminator franchise. Yes. Oh, yo. My question is, why isn't Kyle Reese just as popular as a character? Not really as like an actor or whatever. Christian about to destroy here, and we hear the music of Kurt Angle. Nike Mac, how's it going? The Angle Slam from classic Kurt Angle 01. Helping out The Undertaker. So weird. 1, 2, 3, and Undertaker wins, moving on to the finals. He's an Aliens. Yes, so yeah, I looked at the actor, and he was in a few things. A few things, but not too many things. What is going on here? I'm pretty sure Undertaker and Kurt Angle were, like, not friends, ever. This is the era that I didn't see Undertaker and Kurt Angle, 2001-ish to 2003 or whatever. But I'm pretty sure they were not cool with each other, for the most part. Like, they were pretty big rivals. What is going on there? Badass Taker, represented by Linger. Linger, you're gonna have to let me know what the hell just happened there. And I think, let me go over here. Let's take a second. Alright, let me go back over to the TMode roster. Because I'm pretty sure someone's got Angle. No, somebody has Angle 05, not Angle 01. So Angle 05 is a free agent. So yeah, this is up to Linger, man. I have no clue what just happened there. Let's see. I want to make sure I didn't, yeah, no worries. I can see it, though, now. I couldn't see it on my PS5, but I can see it now. I allowed it. You're good. The original T800 was a villain. Watch T2. Okay, fair enough. So I guess what I'm saying is when I watch T2, I'm just gonna be real upset. I'm gonna be real upset because I'm gonna be like, where the F is Kyle Reese here? Kyle Reese was a badass, man. There would be no Sarah Connor without Kyle Reese. So I'm like real crazy. In the original script, Arnold was supposed to play Reese. That's somebody told me that last night, actually, because the term was supposed to blend in Arnold. Because the Terminator, because the Terminator was supposed to blend in, and Arnold does not blend in. Okay, that's why the T-1000 was played by Robert Patrick, who looks like a normal dude. I remember that guy's name, and I remember him being like the dude who can fix himself. By Christian, yeah. I don't know what the hell happened there with Kurt Angle. I guess because he seems and looks normal and Arnold is not. He just stood out. Also, Reese died, so his story ended. But they're in a time loop. Okay. He was meant to be a badass. Schwarzenegger. This is the one that was blocked. Schwarzenegger was a star before and has done great roles in the Terminator franchise. Did you watch all of You did watch all of Terminator, right? Yes. So I watched The Terminator. The Terminator. The first one in like 84 or whatever the year was. And to me, it's like you could have had almost anybody be the Terminator, right? Based on how they did it. Yeah, Reese's story ends in the Terminator. That's too bad though, because I liked him so much. Like the whole movie, I was like, yo, this dude is a badass. But it's not all of his story. Okay. I'm just giving like my pure thoughts, right? I'm not directed in any way because I didn't really care about the Terminator franchise. Like, it's just not something that I cared about. Like, same thing with Rocky. When I first watched Rocky 6 months ago or whatever, I was just like, this is Rocky? I was so confused, the first movie. I was like, wait, what? It perplexed me. But I'm assuming as the movies go on, that's how the legacy is built. It was just interesting to me. It was just interesting. Okay, thank you for thanks for clearing that up. I don't know, man. Just that first movie, I think Reese is like the star. All right, here we go. Jey Uso, Unleashed Orton, one man going to the finals to meet the Dead Man. Will it be a member of the Dead Army, the Undead Army, or will it be Jey Uso? All right, let's update this quickly. Christian getting screwed by Kurt Angle. Huh. It's very strange. Terminator canon is crazy. After T3, they start forgetting several of the movies or rebooting the story. Well, I heard Terminator Salvation is either you like it or you hate it. The newest one, I think it is. We'll see. We'll see. I'll be the judge of that, I guess. Yeah, so I'll probably do more watch parties. If it's on the Amazon watch party list, T2, I'm assuming it is. If they get one, they probably... I mean, usually you get all of them. Maybe we'll watch that one next. I want to watch My Spy, though, with Batista. I want that to be one that I hit, because I know that that one's on that list. We just need to execute that stream better. We tested it with the Terminator, and we found some problems. We're going to fix those problems. We'll be back with some watch parties. Yeah, the new one that came out, but does not go by anything that happens after T2. Oh, okay. So it's kind of like the Halloween series, how it went like Halloween and then Halloween 2 and then Halloween 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then they went back to Halloween and Halloween 2 and now it's Halloween 2 again. It's so weird, the Halloween series. Unleashed Orton will get a shot at the WCW Hardcore Championship next week due to Johnny Gargano knowing he can beat Orton under a hardcore stipulation. Randy Orton, his focus shifting now to this TMode tournament. H2O happens 20 years after Halloween 2. Yeah, like H2O, like all those things, right? Like, what's her name? Jamie... I forget her name, but the chick who plays the girl in Halloween. I mean, you guys can at least confirm this. I'm pretty sure she is the same person. But Sarah Connor in The Terminator is the same Sarah Connor that was in the most recent movie, right? Like, the same actress. I'm pretty sure it's the same character. But it's the same actress, too, right? 80s was a pretty, like, awesome year for, like, badass women. Alien, right? Interesting. Jamie Lloyd? Is her name Lloyd? Maybe. Jamie Lee Curtis. There we go. There we go. T3 was probably the worst. Nice. I like bad movies. I like bad movies, man. Here's how much I like bad movies, okay? One of my favorite movies of 2019 was Cats. I'm not lying. I love Cats. I think I was talking about Wild Wild West earlier. A lot of people hate that movie. I love it. I love Wild Wild West. It's so strange. I just like what I like and I hate what I hate is how it is. One, nope. Tried to go for a Samoan drop right off the bat. Trying to get an easy win as Jey Uso. No good. We do have to figure out what's going to go on here with Jey Uso. Who his partner is going to be. I think ultimately it comes down to Jey Uso's choice. Maybe we could do a beat the clock challenge. Andrade and Jimmy Uso beat the clock challenge. I mean, maybe we just throw them in a match against each other. That would be dope. I mean, if we had the special guest referee match, I'd put Jey Uso in a special guest referee with Jimmy versus Andrade so quick. Big headbutt there. Maybe I do a Twitter poll. I don't know. I don't know what we do with that. I don't know what we do with Kurt Angle screwing over Christian. I don't know what we do with that either. Take down here. Knee to the chest. Going for the pin. One. No good. I thought you meant the girl from Halloween 4 and 5. Okay, so I'm going to be super honest. I have only seen maybe the first Halloween movie once as a kid. And then I saw the Rob Zombie ones once when they came out. And I saw the most recent one and I didn't like the most recent one. You want a great bad movie and you're talking 80s, watch Big Trouble in Little China. I remember that one. That's the one with, is it Patrick Swayze? I mix him up with the other guy. I think I mix him up. Him and Kurt Russell, I think I mix up pretty easily. But that's the one where, like, the dude, like, blows up with air like a balloon and then explodes, right? I haven't seen that one. Also, if you want to add a little wrestling in the mix, you can watch They Live with Piper as the star of the movie. I remember watching that as a kid because I was like, oh, this guy's a wrestler. I know this guy. And I remember it being a weirdly good movie for me as a kid. I was, like, 7 or 8. And I was like, why do I like this movie so much? Mostly Roddy Piper. Like, he just... I do want to rewatch They Live. Kurt Russell, yeah, okay. Yeah, I mix him and Patrick Swayze up all the time. Angle and Taker have respect. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that one... I suppose, yeah. It's true, right? Especially with Taker retiring. Maybe Angle wanted, you know... Angle understands that Taker retiring is big. And that news... That news kind of vibrates throughout the entire universe. All universes of wrestling. And maybe he just wanted to come out and be like, hey... It sucks and it's time, but I wanted to help you out. I want to help you get one more title. Right? No. They just respect each other, I guess. Fair enough. Christian's not going to be happy with that, though. Christian doesn't like that excuse. Maybe if we get an opportunity to have, like, a Royal Rumble or a Battle Royal to get into an Extreme Rules slot, maybe we throw those two guys in there. They got some history. Unleashed Orton. Targeting the limbs of Jey Uso. So yeah, I mean, if you're a sub and you want to watch Terminator and you want to see my reactions to everything, 1, 2, 3, wow! You want to see my reactions to everything, you can go ahead and do that in the VODs down below. I think I'm going to highlight it and eventually send it over to YouTube. That way people can watch along whenever they want. Oh, come on, Randy. Hey. Unnecessary coughing and hissing and spitting from the Viper. There's a child in the front row, Randy. Don't do it. Randy Orton is in the finals against The Undertaker. Here we go. Finals of this tournament. And then we have a main event match as well. Bayley taking on Brie Bella. Jey Uso's out. Had some frame drop there, not much. Watch parties are not saved. No. So you wouldn't be able to watch along, right? But if you, because I kind of figured they would do that. As soon as I hit the button, I say, here we go, boom. Like, that's when it's 0, 0, 0, 0. So if somebody wanted to go back on, like, Netflix or whatever and go boom, start, I don't stop, I don't pause, nothing. It just goes. So yeah, it's just the video of me talking. It's just my commentary on the movie. But, yeah, I don't know. Watch parties are a cool idea, but they seem really limited and constricted. It's a shame. You can watch me gush over Kyle Reese the whole movie. Watch me mourn the loss of Ginger. And what happened to the iguana? Is the iguana okay? Damn. Orton and Taker. Finals. Tonight. In TMode. Next week on WCW, we will have Johnny Gargano defending the WCW Hardcore Championship against this man right here, Randy Orton. He does not care about the COVID. He will spit in your face. Honestly, the biggest heel move we've seen in TMode since the outbreak of COVID. Hissing and spitting all the way to the ring. But what are you going to do? You going to charge this man? Are you going to charge him? He's technically not even a man. He's a demon, a monster. We'll see if The Undertaker can undertake Randy Orton here tonight. Or will yet another member of the Undead Army take a T-Mode title? Hollywood Hogan, the current Undead Champion. He is in control of the entire Undead Army. Pretty sure we got Swamp Father Bray Wyatt as our Gold Intercontinental T-Mode Champion. Pretty sure Frankenstrowman is the NWO WCW title holder. Will Randy Orton be joining that list tonight? I mean, we've got a pretty spooky final here. Undertaker, known as the Dead Man. We have the Undead Unleashed Orton. And no matter who wins this matchup, he goes up against the leader of the grave, Sting. Big tournament here. Big fight feel. He was made into a belt. Yo, they came out with that Eddie Guerrero belt. WWE did, and I was like, I kind of want it. Like, I don't want to spend money and give money to WWE at this point in time. It's not really my prerogative. But my goodness, if that's not like a pretty belt. That's not a pretty belt. I want it. Matt got busted up, but he was okay. Came back to be Iceman's wingman in Top Gun. Matt who? Nike Mac, I don't know what you're talking about. Did I miss something? I might have missed something. Or maybe I talked too much. It could have been that too. Or is Iceman Tom Cruise? Dude, what? Again? Again? I thought you were talking about Matt Hardy. Like, I was like, wait, what? Yo! And now it's under... It's Angle 06! Angle 06. What? 1, 2, 3, what the hell? Oh, you're right. Yeah, I forgot about the boyfriend. Didn't really care about the boyfriend. Thank you. What is going on here? The Angles helping out Taker. What the hell? Angle 06 now, making his, I guess, re-debut, helping Taker get to the end of this tournament. That's a fantasy point for Linger and the Deadman Undertaker in this T-Mode universe. And he is going to go to the finals here. Oh my goodness. What just happened? Because it's Undertaker, I want to go with a darker purple. But he gets his star. He does indeed get his star. Wow. Yeah, so Matt got busted up, but he was okay. Came back to be Iceman's wingman in Top Gun. So the character Matt or the actor? I am not restarting my computer right now. So the character Matt is okay? That would be wild because he got his ass absolutely beat. For no reason. Like, the thing for me with Terminator was like, oh, okay, I get it. He's gonna go kill Sarah Connor. And then he was like, I'm going to kill you. And you're like, why? Why would you kill this person? They're in my way. I was like, oh, fuck me. Jesus. He is, like, ruthless. Time for some revenge versus Sting. Undertaker versus Sting, man. People wanted it. They're getting it here in the finals. The actor, yeah, no, he got... he got put through a wall. Exactly. Poor Ginger Man. I was like, fucking run. And he was just bang, bang, bang. I was like, oh my god. This is the good guy. He's the star of the franchise. Alright, let's get to these finals. If I can find my mouse. There it is. Oof. Here we go. Sting defending against the Deadman. Taker 02. And Taker, man, he needed help. He got help from both angles. Both of the Kurt Angles. Team Angle. Maybe that was it. We didn't know the full story. Team Angle maybe wants to get in on the tag team division. Maybe that's it. Of course, we're going to scrub out that copy of Angle, that 2001 version. And, you know, maybe we won't. They're similar characters, but I don't know. For the final time tonight, let's see The Undertaker make his entrance. I cannot believe that the Angles did this. It's crazy. Whatever. Oh, man. Yeah, you got put through a wall. Yeah. Put through a glass window. Okay, so here's how that fight goes down, okay? First of all, he gets woken up, right? And then Terminator's like, you are not Sarah Connor. And then he throws his ass through a plate glass window, like a window. And I was like, he's done. Like, that would kill him right there. But no, he gets back up and he fights him. I was like, no way would this dude fight a guy like that after being put through a window. And then, yeah, he got put through a wall. Terminator didn't have to do him like that, man. But I will say the one good guy thing Terminator does is he takes the police officer, and I don't know why the reason of this is, but he takes the police officer, I mean, he takes the one police officer, bashes him just to knock him out. Maybe he killed him with how hard he hit him, and then he just stole the car. He then proceeds to go to a police station and murk the entire police department. Good guy. Such a good guy. Wow. Making the face of the franchise. I'm just bitter, okay? I'm being bitter about Kyle Reese not being the face of that franchise. I don't know. World Heavyweight Champion Sting. Kyle Reese is my oh, I don't want to say it because it's spoilers. Okay, this is, never mind. I don't even want to say it. Alright, I don't even want to say it. I don't even want to say it. There's a game that came out recently that a lot of people are upset by, and now I kind of understand why. Hashtag rest in peace, Reese. Sting of the Grave, the world champion. I'm pretty sure owned by Panda B Mikey in the chat.
Introducing the challenger from Death
The heavy hitter of the Grave. He's the one who's been the most accomplished of the faction. Facing his challenger, The Undertaker. Badass Taker. A lot of people have been wanting this matchup. They're about to get it.
And introducing the champion from Venice, California, weighing in at 251 pounds.
There it is.
The WCW World Heavyweight Champion. This is Sting.
Sting! I think this is my favorite belt of all time. Simple, is big, is gold, looks like a title. I have a lot of favorite titles, but this definitely is one of them. It always looks good. Like, you put it on anybody. You can put it on anybody and it looks good. Sting taking on Taker 02. Here we go. Scoop slam to begin. Scoop slam going for the pin, and the win. Is it over? 1, 2, kick out. Will we see Cyborg Kurt Angle come out from the Impact Zone from TNA to help him in this final match? I doubt it. I think the cop died, but I don't know. I mean, his head did get bashed by like a cybernetic dude bashing it into steel, so it's like, yeah. But at that point in the movie, I was like, oh, okay, maybe he doesn't mean to kill any, like, unnecessary people. But then they go to the police station, and he just decides, I'm gonna kill everybody. And you're like, god damn, really? Big elbow. Sting learning a thing for two from his WrestleMania opponent, Dusty Rhodes. Taker 02 losing the SmackDown Tag Team TMode title to Jey Uso and Andrade, and now is hoping to reclaim a TMode title point with a win over Sting. These atomic drops here. You want a funny follow on Twitter? Go look up, is it Rick Rude? I think it's Rick Rude taking atomic drops. It's hilarious. The Dippin' Dots. The whole Twitter point of that page is trying to find all of the times Rick Rude took an atomic drop and then showing the clip. It's hilarious, and the way he takes them is just great. Welcome to the show. Oh boy. Lee Tassan. Leet Asen. Oh man, you're gonna have to tell me how I'm saying that wrong. 0715, welcome to the show. How's it going? Hello. You're here in the finals of the TMode tournament, where both Kurt Angle 06 and Kurt Angle 01 have helped Taker 02 get to the finals against Sting, who is the defending WCW champion in T-Mode. Sting gonna hit the Tombstone Pile Driver. He's got it. And he thinks it's over. Here we go. Resiliency is in play. 1, 2, kick out. Undertaker had to use it. He had no choice. There's a definite advantage for the defending champion in T-Mode tournament format. Here's the sharpshooter. This is a devastating move. Is Taker? I don't blame you, man. Tap out. He got no choice. He's got no choice. Sting, the victory tonight. No amount of angle interference can get him to topple the heavy hitter of the grave. Our first ever faction in T-Mode. And Sting defends the title again. Defending at WrestleMania against Dusty Rhodes, who won the Royal Rumble, and now defending against Undertaker. Yikes. Fantasy point for the Taker. But no more than that. And we have one more main event here, ladies and gentlemen. It will be Bayley versus Brie Bella. Yeah, damn. I mean, you went up against Sting. And he had your number, man. Brie Bella versus Bayley will be happening. So let's set that up. Let's do the new tournament now. But why not? Because on Raw, we did not defend Becky's Raw Women's Championship like we defended Shayna Baszler and Bayley's. Bayley's is about to have her defense here tonight. So, the Raw Women's Championship held by Bayley is going to be up for grabs. Or did we decide that this was the top title? I'll let you guys decide, because I actually like both of these titles the same at this point. Which one do you think is Raw's top title? The Women's Championship from 98 to 10, or the Raw Women's Championship? What do you guys think? Which one should be the top title? Because whoever you decide is going to be defending their title in a T-Mode tournament on Monday night. We're going to see Charlotte Flair 15 defend her title, or Becky Lynch. One of the two. I'm tied with Profit now. Nice. Raw Women's. I think the Raw Women's has really gained prestige over the past year or so, right? Like, originally, this is my favorite Women's Championship of all time, out of, like, this selection here. But, yeah, this one has really gained some prestige, hasn't it? If there's no other, like nays, I guess we'll go with this one. Never mind, we'll go with Charlotte. Charlotte 15 going to defend. Let's see, we were on Raw last time. And because it's an old school belt, let's go Raw's 198. This is the Raw brand. And let's take a look at who we have in here. Holly. Who's Holly? It's not Molly Holly. Is it Molly Holly? Why would they call her Holly? That's weird. Dana Brooke, who got instant eliminated earlier tonight. Nikki, who is NXT Women's Champion. Charlotte, going up against herself. I'm actually going to allow this only because, and I want to make sure that this is the big boy Charlotte. Yeah, only because I want to kind of get rid of all of these women quad copies. Like Charlotte Flair 15, like, we really should have just switched her out originally for Charlotte, the original, okay? Because they're all basically versions of the same person. Same with Sasha Banks. Sasha's in this tournament. Trish! Bayley is in the tournament. What? Let's make sure it's the right one. Yeah, see, Bayley 17? No. We're gonna kind of get rid of these. Because look at it. Like, come on, man. What do we need Bayley 15? Whatever. It's from the single player mode or the Road to WrestleMania mode. I know, but it's just really annoying. China is also in this tournament, and I think that's deserving. China almost had an opportunity against Bayley earlier tonight in the 10-woman Royal Rumble. She eliminated like 3 women, made it almost to the end of the match, and unfortunately she was just the first person to enter that Royal Rumble match. So she's going to get a second chance. I actually like this lineup a lot. There we go. It's finalized. You'll see this on Monday. And we'll see who gets to face Charlotte Flair in the finals for the women's title. I hope it's really Charlotte. That way it kind of just transfers, and then we can forget about Charlotte 15 forever. We don't have to deal with it. All right. Let's set up one more match. It is your main event of the evening. Is it really Molly Holly? Why would they call her Holly? I think this is Trish's to lose. Ooh. One more match. The winner of tonight's 10-man Royal Rumble to get this opportunity was Brie Bella. And because it's a title match and it's a main event, we're going to put it with that resiliency rule. And Becky Lynch. No, Bayley. Sorry. I don't know why I said Becky. Will be defending her title. Let's take a look at the arenas, though. It's the SmackDown Women's Championship. Main event tonight. Let's go with SmackDown Live. SmackDown Women's Championship on the line. Brie Bella versus Bayley. Brie Bella Bayley. Bayley Brie Bella. Bayley Belly. That one's gonna be tough. Bayley the belly to Brie Bella. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be an interesting tournament for sure. Brie mode activated. It's the main event of the evening in terms of wrestling. I might stick around and play some P4G. But I don't know. I might... P4G I feel like takes a long time, and I don't know how much more hours I have to stream in me. Maybe we'll do some freak out comps. I don't know. I don't quite know what I want to do right now after this stream, or after the WWE portion of this. Kind of want to play Halo, honestly. So we probably listen to some like random stuff. There's a lot of stuff to talk about, man. It is indeed a fantasy TMode universe. If you're watching here on YouTube, I'm going to be adding this main event into the YouTube as a little bit of a sneak peek. Now, typically YouTube is only going to be those TMode tournaments, and if you want all the extra bits, you're going to have to make your switch on over to Twitch and join us when we stream, or, I mean, you subscribe and watch all the VODs, and you can see some of those extra little bits. But you're going to get to see this one because Brie versus Bayley, I think, is just too good of a main event. Little treat for you on the YouTube side of things. If you're here on Twitch right now, if Bayley is available, it's like, why aren't you taking her? She's a champion. Of course, you can take Brie Bella as well. If it's Molly Holly in that tournament, and not like Holly Oakcrest or whatever from like the single player mode, I kind of want to cheer for Molly Holly. And can we get Victoria in the next game, please? I want me some Victoria.
And introducing the champion from San Jose, California.
We are in Santa Clara, California tonight. Not quite a hometown, but it is pretty close. SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley has not been beaten for this title whenever it's been on the line. She's defended it in TMode. She has defended it in normal matches. Just title matches like this. Will she continue that streak, or will the Bellas pick up another TMode title? Of course, you have Nikki 15 with the briefcase. You've got Nikki with the Women's Championship, the OG NXT Women's Championship. Brie Bella's hoping to add to that. Yikes. And I don't know how well this is going to go. Bayley is already at 64%. 73 now. Oh dear. Elbow to the back of the skull. She has a signature move. Brie Bella with a reversal. She has got to get moving quick. She has got to stop that running momentum of Bayley. Into the corner. Uh-oh. Yikes. Good reversal. Brie Bella fighting back. It might not be enough. Oh. Rolling out the leg there. 1, 2. Is it? Oh my god. 1, 2, 3. Bayley wins. Oh my god, no! Nikki Bella! Nikki 15! Nikki 15 is catching in! Oh my god! What? She was... Nikki 15 is cashing in Money in the Bank, and I'm pretty sure, Linger, this is your chick too. I'm like 80% sure. She's cashing in Money in the Bank. German suplex. German suplex, and Bayley, I mean, she's got a finisher. Where's she going? She's trying to go to the top. She wants to hit with the Macho Man elbow. But Nikki 15 is already up. She's already to her feet. Oh no! Bayley had a great title defense, stopping Brie Bella, and here comes Nikki Bella. A shot to the spine, and we have a proper title match once again. There's 2 title matches. 3 title matches in a row here on TMode Universe. Yikes. What the hell is going on tonight? Bayley tossing Nikki 15 to the outside. Look here, she's going to go through this bottom rope right here. Yeet! With the drop kick. This is awesome. Chance through the arena. Oh my god, the knee. Nikki 15 cashing in. I don't know how wise this move was, considering Bayley was hardly hurt at all. Maybe it's because Brie Bella got murked so quickly. Maybe this was their plan all along, all night. Nikki and Brie Bella working in cahoots. You know they're sisters. I'm just happy the Money in the Bank thing works in play now. That's what I'm happy about. I'm pumped, man. Yo. Shadow Trickster, how's it going, man? Welcome back. Interesting. She better win. We'll see. We will see. Man. As they're in the Tree of Woe. The champion. Oh my god, a kick. Oh my lord. A kick to the skull. Going for a quick pin. 1. No good. Bayley's going to get some momentum off of that. Bayley, SmackDown Women's Champion. Never been beat for that title. She's getting cashed in on. Bayley with the exploder to the corner. Dragging her. Is it enough to put Nikki 15 away? 1, 2. No resiliency needed. She kicks out. Oh my god. Oh my god. Bayley to belly. Bayley to belly to Nikki 15. 1, 2. She had to use resiliency, but she does have her comeback. She's got to be fast. She's got to be quick. Otherwise, it's going to go away. Oh no. Nikki 15 might have squandered her opportunity here. There goes the comeback. It's gone. Butterfly suplex taking down Nikki 15. She is getting obliterated by Bayley. Good reversal there to change up the momentum. I was tempted to cash in to make it a triple threat before. Ooh. I can't believe she's not been hitting her shots. That's crazy. cashing in on Bayley, huh? I mean, I don't know. Like, Bayley's the most dominant. I mean, Shayna Baszler hasn't lost hers either. And she had a great title defense on Wednesday. I don't know. With the women's division as like strong as it is, anyone can win at any time. It's like, ooh, man. That'd be tough to be the Money in the Bank holder in the women's division. Nikki Bella is positively buffed here. Bayley is negatively buffed, or negatively nerfed. Nikki has a signature move. I mean, at this point, it could go either way. Nikki has the advantage right now. I'm just happy that the Money in the Bank works in play now. What do we need Universe Mode for? What do we need Universe Mode for? Big knockout punch. It might be enough. It might be enough to drain the resiliency of Bayley. Here we go. 1, 2, kick out. She didn't need to use resiliency. Bayley back to her feet. Bayley was going to use her comeback. Oh, no. She gets hit with a rack attack. Oh, no. Going for the pin and the win. Resiliency in play. 1, 2. Kick out by Bayley. And her comeback is being drained as we speak. And we are back to square one. Bayley gets up quick, though. She gets up. Oh, there it goes. It's gone. We're back to square one. Both women do not have their resiliency. They have pretty close or similar momentum. Bayley takes a lead. Nikki with a shot. We were talking about how awesome UFC was earlier tonight, and how their main event was just a perfect exclamation point to end their event. This is the perfect exclamation point to end our night tonight. Undertaker getting through the TMode tournament with the help of both versions of Kurt Angle. Losing to Sting. The Grave is back around. Brie Bella winning the 10-woman Royal Rumble. Getting murked real quick by Bayley. Only to have Nikki 15 cash in Money in the Bank. And not only that, we have a huge WCW Hardcore Championship match next Friday-ish. Johnny Gargano defends against Unleashed Orton for the WCW Hardcore Championship. It has been a wild night of T-Mode. Follow me on Twitter. You can see it. It's up there in that yellow bar. Follow me on Twitter for all the updates, all the behind-the-scenes bits. Bayley going for Bayley to belly on Nikki 15. Down she goes. It might be enough. 1, 2, 3. It's a defense for SmackDown Women's Champion, beating both of the Bellas in one night. And Bayley is in that championship tournament on Raw for Charlotte 15's Women's Championship. Bayley was involved on Wednesday for an opportunity at the NXT Championship held by Shayna Baszler. Bayley wants to become Bayley Dos Belts here in T-Mode Universe. And her defending her title tonight makes it that much more of a reality. On Monday, we will have that tournament for Charlotte's championship. It will be the main course. What we are also going to see on Monday is a bit from Booker T and a bit from Drew McIntyre. That is the first match we have scheduled for Extreme Rules. It's been booked officially. It is going to be a champion versus champion matchup. Last week on Raw, Booker T got screwed over in his T-Mode tournament by Drew McIntyre, who is the WWE My Time champion. Booker T is the World Heavyweight Champion for the Raw brand. And they are going to battle it out at Extreme Rules, winner-take-all Extreme Rules match. That'll be interesting. As well as, we are calling them Team Man Meat. That's what we're calling them. Becky Lynch and Sarah Logan will be defending their Women's Tag Team Championships against either Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler, or the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane. That will be happening at Extreme Rules as well. Those are the only matches we have booked as of yet. We might add Andrade and Jay taking on Keith Lee and Mixter and Shane McMahon in a champion versus champion matchup. We don't know quite where that storyline is going yet, so I'm not going to make it official. We have no official matches added tonight, but it's been a crazy night nonetheless. My goodness, folks, for the WWE portion, and especially for the people on YouTube, come on over to Twitch. It's extra fun. We talk about all this crazy random stuff under the sun. It's fun. Alright? Come on over to the Twitch or comment down below on the YouTube. And this is what it's like. Alright? Now, sorry for Raw not being up. Sorry for NXT not being up. Those were both technical issues that me not streaming for a month caused. But we're back here now. And now I feel like we've got those issues fixed. So we are back officially. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hanging out. I will update all of the roster spots. Again, whenever fantasy picks are available, shout them out. Shout them out, and that person can be yours, and you can earn those fantasy points. And you could be like Linger, who is tied for first. Let's take a look at that, actually. Let me... YouTube people, goodbye. And Twitch people, let's take a look at the display.